What's going on? It's Fuego here, and today I'm going to be playing a very fun Hog Lightning deck, and as you guys can see, we have a few unique cards in this deck for certain, so just kind of starting off listing them. We'll start off with the Goblin Hut, and for those of you who have seen my previous video on the Goblin Hut, I honestly think it's a very strong defensive building. I think the fact that it has a super fast spawn rate definitely makes it a very viable building and a very fun one to play as well. And then on top of that, we have the Evo Witch, which you guys do know is one of the strongest evolutions in the game. So this deck has been picking up steam recently, and I was like, man, I definitely got to give it a shot. So that's what we're doing here today. And then last but not least, we do also have the Berserker. And, you know, I don't think the Berserker is a great card. I do think it's viable, but I think it makes sense in this deck just because of how tanky the rest of this deck is. As you'll notice, between the Goblin Hut, the Witch, and the Lightning, we do have some pretty costly cards in here. So having the cheap defensive unit with the Berserker does provide some good utility and help clutch out a lot on defense. So, and then, yeah, we do have the Lightning as well in place of the Earthquake. Personally, I love Hog Lightning. Earthquake does pair a little bit better with the Hog Rider, but I think Lightning also helps in some specific matchups. So, yeah, I mean, overall, this is just a very fun deck. I can already tell it's going to be good, so I'm just excited to play it. And in the first match here against Classy, we also see that they are running the Evo Witch and Lightning combo. So, I mean, yeah, people know that these cards are strong, right? No surprise here. But we're going to try our best to win this one here. And I think we'll play our first Hog Rider of the match. We know he has the Tombstone. I'll hover my log, but looks like he'll just take the Hog hit and go with this Fisherman. So he gets the King to activation. We get some damage. I think that's a fair trade. And at this point, it's going to be pretty obvious that our opponent is running the Royal Giant. Even though they haven't dropped it yet, just based off the cards they have, we can kind of figure that out. So let's see here. I want to save my Lightning for the Witch, and I'll probably go Hog in the left lane just to have some extra pressure here. Oh, now I can Lightning, especially if he plays a Tombstone. Yep, there it is. Massive Lightning value for us right there. Hog will not make it to the tower, but that is such a good elixir that we forced out in the opposite lane. And now we can get away with a nice Goblin Hut on defense here. I'll go Skeletons up top as well just to DPS down the RG, and then we might be able to counter push with a Hog Rider since we have all of these Spear Goblins on the counter push, man. Look at that beauty. That's what we love to see. I'm definitely going to take a Lightning on top of this Evo Witch. And beautiful. He still has to defend the Spear Goblins, man. Let's go. We get a ton of damage right there. I think I'm going to go for my Evo Witch, and I'll probably just eat the Lightning from him. I imagine he's going to go for the Lightning here, but it does do a rather good job defending either way. Skeleton King ability comes down. We do have the log. I think we should be all right. Yeah, very high value log to kind of save us there a little bit. Let's go Hog plus Evo Ice in case he goes for the Fisherman here. No, he goes for the Zappies. Okay, so he is going to be able to defend, and those Zappies are not a great counter-pushing card, so really not too scared of them right now. You guys can see we're kind of handling this matchup right now. We did have a slow start in single elixir, but double has definitely swung our favor, so definitely liking this. If I go Hog, I'm definitely going to play it opposite lane. I don't really want to feed his RG too much. Let's wait on this Goblin Hut, so hopefully he doesn't get Lightning value. And yeah, okay, now we can take the Lightning value ourselves on the defensive side here. Just kill that Witch. RG is going to die as well. He goes with the Lightning. That's fine. He'll get like one RG shot. Not even. Let's go. The defense is too strong with this deck. Hog Rider coming down with the Berserker. I'm going to log to try and get this Hog to the tower. And Fisherman does come down in time, so he does have a good defense there. But, oh my goodness, the Hog Rider still gets a shot, man. Hog Rider is a crazy card, guys. I tell you what. All right, I'm going to play Evo Witch here. Probably just going to see a Lightning come down from the opponent, so I'll play High Berserker. Yup, that was kind of expected right there. And now we can go Goblin Hut since the Lightning is not in cycle. Hog to pressure opposite lane. We can cycle another Witch here. Definitely want to log away that ability. Evo Ice is super nice against the RG on defense. It just slows it down so much. Hog gets a shot in the left lane, and this is beautiful, guys. Evo Witch the bridge. That's how desperate my man is right now, but it's just getting shredded. I'm probably just going to Lightning the bridge just because that Evo Witch is somehow staying alive, and I'm not a big fan of that. And at this point, we still do have a solid lead, but we need to watch out, man. The Lightning is almost inevitable here. I'm going to go for my Witch up top so he can't hit the Goblin Hut as well. Oh, did he hit the Ice Spirit? He didn't. Okay, we can log here, block the RG, no shots from it. Perfect. Now we can go Hog Rider Lightning in this lane over here, and I think we have him, boys. I'm going to make sure to Lightning this side because that's where our tower was lower, and he can get the Lightning down, but that's not nearly enough. That is a good game, well played by us in the first match right here. A very, very solid defense, and I think double elixir is the time that won us that game. in the next match against Nanad. And even though this deck does have some expensive cards, it also has some cheap ones, so cycling at the beginning of the game is definitely nice. You got the Ice Spirit, Log, Skeletons, all of which are fine starting plays. Even the Berserker is a fine card to cycle as well. But we see the Goblin Cage here. Could be RG or Recruits, and yeah, it looks like it's going to be Recruits here, so that's good to see. This deck is pretty good into most decks, but it does struggle into some very select decks, such as like, it's not great into E-Giant and Xbow, since you don't really have a solid mini tank in here. You kind of just rocking with the Berserker, but other than that, you can win almost any matchup, which is very cool and definitely something I like about this deck. So yeah, those Recruits are getting shredded by the Spear Goblins, and don't even have to defend that. That is all dead. And, oh, you see the Royal Hogs come down. I guess that makes sense, right? Royal Hogs in a Recruits deck. Berserker's doing a great job cleaning up here, and I think I'll go Hog and possibly hover my Lightning for a cage here. So let's see. Oh, if he goes for the Goblin Cage, that would be the fattest Lightning ever. Let's see. Yep, he does. So I'm going to Lightning that. That's going to kill the Flying Machine as well. Perfect. And Hog gets a shot on top of tower. So our opponent here does have the damage lead, but we did get a nice bit of that nice chunk there back. So that's great. In terms of this matchup, though, we definitely need to figure out what spells my opponent has. I haven't been paying too much attention so far, but the Witch is a very nice, and since this guy probably doesn't have a Lightning in a Recruits deck, that could be very good. Most likely has the Fireball, I would assume, so let's play that Witch right now, kind of test the waters here, see what answers he has for the deadly Evo Witch, man. And he just sets up Recruits the back. Okay, you know, honestly, that is a fair response. I think I'll match that with Berserker in the back and then just kind of set up my defense here. Let's go Log. Honestly, this Witch is going to do a good job cleaning up that whole left lane. I'm just going to Lightning to try and keep it alive as long as possible. And yeah, we take out that whole left lane right there with the Lightning, and we will take that. Ice Spirit to clean up the opposite lane, and look, he's back to his Royal Hogs, but I'm back to my what's it called, the Goblin Hut there for the defense. Okay, so this guy does have the Fireball. Great to know. Berserker absolutely cleaning up, and look at this, guys. Hog Rider Lightning is going to come in clutch once again. Every time he plays his Goblin Cage, I just have a great answer to it between the Lightning and the Hog Rider just pushing through for that great damage. So even if the Hog doesn't get the damage, the Lightning will always get damage on top of tower, which is beautiful. Goblin Hut's going to do a nice job defending once again. Even this Flying Machine just does not get the job done against the Goblin Hut. That is crazy, man. I love this rework to the Goblin Hut, man. It's such a much better card now. I'm going to go Witch up high here to spawn some Skellies and just kill that Flying Machine. And he's setting up for his next push, so we are definitely not in the clear yet, but we're getting to a good spot. Let's go for an early Goblin Hut here. If he does play his Flying Machine, I have to Lightning that instantly. Really my only good response aside from the Witch. Skeletons up top, pull everything in. He goes for the Fireball just on top of the Goblin Hut, guys. That's how much of a threat it is on defense, man. That's beautiful. All right, and just like that, we're already back to another Goblin Hut to pull everything back. Between that and the Berserker, you know this man is not breaking through as much as he wants to. That's just going to end up being another... Oh, we can Witch to kill these Zappies and then go in for another Hog Lightning. Unfortunately, the Witch does die pretty quick. I wasn't hoping for that, but we are going to be able to go in here. I'm going to Lightning just to make sure we kill that Flying Machine instead of the tower damage here. I think it might be a little bit better. Oh, man, that Hog was so close to getting a shot, but that's all right, man. We are all good here. Let's not go for our Goblin Hut this time. I think we'll just rely on the Berserker to clean up. Oh, my goodness, guys. Did we take 0 damage from that? Like, this deck is really just a bunch of underrated cards, I feel like. Like, it's good cards, but it's also cards that I feel like haven't been good, such as, like, the Goblin Hut and the Berserker. So, this deck definitely works, I tell you what. Let's go for our Ice Spirit here. Block that Flying Machine just a little bit here. Perfect. We got to defend this right lane. And that Flying Machine is basically already dead from all the Spear Goblins coming down. That's amazing. Let's go for our Evo Witch down low just to secure this defense. Evo Ice Spirit as well. Man, having both of the Evos on defense is such a luxury in this matchup. Let's go for our Hog Lightning, aka our guaranteed damage here. I'm just going to pre-Lightning anyway. Perfect stuff there. And Lightning gets damage. Hog does not get a shot. That's okay. Flying Machine is dying to both of the Witches. This guy has no response for our Witches, man. This is amazing. Let's just keep kind of spamming here, focusing on the defense. I'll go Hog as well just to kind of drag back some pressure towards his tower and make him defend a little bit. Perfect stuff there, and at this point, we just have such a solid lead. There's no time for my man to come back. Let's get down like our third Goblin Hut right here, and he's dropping some yawning emotes. It doesn't matter, man. That is good game, and look at our towers, man. We had 2,500 HP on both of our towers. Like that, if that isn't a testament to how strong the defense is, I don't know what is. In the last match against Queen, I'm just going to start off cycling my cycle cards, and we see the Mega Minion come down. So Mega Minion is a fairly popular card. Could be a few things. Could be Balloon, could be Royal Giant, could even be Lava Hound at this point. So a little bit of a misplay from the Goblin Cage from our opponent starting things out here. I'll definitely take that, and sure enough, it is Balloon. Now, I could have gotten a pretty high value Lightning, but I think playing my Goblin Hut here might give me a better counter push. So that's kind of the hope. So he's going pretty aggressive. I think he was going pretty aggressive after that kind of poor defense, but we do defend very well there, so I'll take that. Let's go in with our Hog here. Should not be back to the Evo cage, and yep, just like that, we are getting some very nice Hog damage on top of tower, but looks like this guy might be trying to go for a Balloon push. We've both been pretty aggressive here to start things out, but I'll just play my Witch off rip here. That's going to do a good job cleaning everything up, and once again, give us some offensive pressure. So very good start to the match here so far. We kind of figured out that our opponent was most likely playing an air deck after we saw the Mega Minion and the Goblin Cage, so really we're just prepared for whatever he threw at us there. Let's see. I'm going to go for Berserker on the left here, and then we can probably just kite away this. Oh, nope, we got to go Goblin Hut instead. He goes for the Miner on top of that. That is okay. Luckily, we're already to our Evo Ice Spirit, so we're going to have a great time defending this Balloon already. Even with the zaps, even with all of his spells, man, we just have too many air counters for this guy to deal with. We have the Berserker on the left as well, chipping down the tower, man. This is, talk about a great single elixir. This is the definition of it, man. Once again, next Berserker is chucking down the left as well, and he's done a pretty good job splitting damage, but that is just so much for my boy to deal with. I'm going to just ignore that. Mega Minion doesn't even get a shot on tower. Don't need to worry about that. And now we have the luxury of being able to go in whichever lane we choose. So I'm probably going to want to go in the left lane just because that's where he has less damage on our tower. So let's see. I'm not going to go in yet, though, because he does have the Evo cage. And if I don't have the Lightning in hand whenever he goes to the Evo cage, he kind of just kills my Hog Rider for free. Let's go Goblin Hut here. I will be ready for a Berserker prediction. Oh, okay, no, he doesn't go for the Miner. He just goes in for the Naked Balloon. Fair play. I'm going to just get back to another Witch, and I mean, that's going to be a dead Balloon, man. Balloon in the back does not work very well against this deck. Let's go for our Hog Rider here, and like I said, he does have the Evo cage in hand, so I have my Lightning ready. Yep, we're just going to Lightning right there, kill the Mega Minion, kill the cage. Hog gets a shot on top of tower. Look at that, man. This is honestly feeling like a very great matchup for us because, like I said, we have so many air counters. It really is a tall task for this guy to break through. There's the Balloon once again. We are ready, though. We got both of our Evos in hand. We got the Goblin Hut always shutting down on defense. I was thinking about pressuring with a Hog Rider there, but I know for a fact that if we just focus on defense here, we'll take home an easy dub. So let's go Skeletons. Can we protect our Witch? No, we cannot. I think I'll Lightning, actually, just to keep it alive, man. Keep that Evo Witch alive and healing. Yes, sir. We go in with our Hog now. See what he has on defense here. He goes for the cage. We can just log plus Ice Spirit that. Now it's frozen. Hog won't make it to the tower once again, but we're slowly chipping him down. These Witches have been killing him, man. He does not have a single answer to this Evo Witch, and I absolutely love it. Let's go in with our Hog. I'm just going to hover my Lightning here. Probably going to play his cage, maybe? No, he doesn't play his cage. Evo Zap does get the job done, though, but now he's within lightning range. All we got to do is cycle back, ladies and gentlemen, and that's going to do it for this one. So I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.